Hi everybody, I'm Toby Nabors. I'm the littlest brother out of all of us. Similar to what Seth said, I'm in a different boat. Jack was always Seth's shadow. However, I grew up being Jack's shadow. I followed Jack wherever he went. Even if he was going outside to feed the dogs, you best believe I was there. Anything Jack did, it was the coolest thing in the world. Kids nowadays have these celebrities and they follow these people that they think are cool. Jack was my celebrity. I didn't need anybody else. As long as I had Jack's approval and Jack thought it was cool, nothing else mattered. It got so far that I would go watch Jack wrestle when I was in preschool. And I remember I just wanted to do it so bad. So I would go and I'd just mess around and roll around with my dad while I was just sitting on the sidelines. And a man who was going to be here tonight but couldn't because he was somewhere else and at a Hall of Fame came up to my dad and he said, I want him to come wrestle. And that's exactly what I did because my brother did it. If Jack was playing football, you best believe I was playing football too. There's one more example of a man in this room who did that exact same thing to us. About 6th grade, Close Elementary got a new football coach. His name is Tanner Bedwell. Jack came home telling my mom and dad, this guy's awesome. Talking about how cool he was, how smart of a playmaker he was, and how he actually enjoyed the game and made Jack feel like a son. Hearing all this, little Toby in my mind, probably about in 1st grade,
he's over there.
I decided to write this football coach a letter. So that's exactly what I did. Going after school, slipping in his mailbox. Don't really remember what the letter said. I don't know if I want to. Knowing back in the day, my dad can attest to this, I was a little bit of a spitfire whenever it came to those things. Probably tried to quote exactly what my brother said. Later on did I know I would grow up and I'd play 3 years with that same coach. And he's done so much in our life and he's done so much to Jack, and that's the reason he's here today. Now I want to talk about growing up with Jack. There are a few words to describe him. And I've tried to narrow these down. They're more or less phrases. Goofy is one of them. If you know Jack, Jack's a goofball. Another one is a man of God and a best friend. And my last but favorite is Jack is a brother to everybody. I feel like I can attest to all these guys up here today that Jack has a sort of brotherly love for every single one of us. Just like Seth said, there's always someone you want in your corner, and that's Jack. Connor and Christian, you can attest to that a few times. There are 4 more people here today that I would say have been able to see this way Jack has been a brother, and those are my 4 best friends. They're here today not because they're here for me, they're here because Jack was a mentor to them. We grew up with Jack from a young age. I've known these boys, and they're my best friends to this day. We went on their bachelor trip with Jack, and we had a long talk talking about how Jack was and is the man that we wanted to be. Watching the way he treats Shaylee. It is a real man of God, the way I see you treat him.
Powerful speaker. It's okay. It's okay. You got it.
Now, Shaylee, I think I've talked enough about Jack. Shaylee, I can remember the exact day I met you. It was right before a tournament, or after, I don't remember, and I was cutting really hard for weight. And I probably wasn't in the best mood. And I remember what you ended up telling your family, because it was funny, and I laugh to this day. You said, Toby is really funny, except he's a punk. And I thought that was hilarious. And the moment I knew you were the one was the moment you were able to look at me and joke with me. Now I take that back to you two. Shaylee, the way you love and the way you nurture Jack is how I knew you were the one. If all of you know Jack is a very manly man. He always wants to be that guy who is doing something with his hands, working in his hands dirty. And Shaylee was just that complimentary other side of him, that when Jack was in a situation where it was stress, it was doubt, it was fear, the Bible talks about your spouse is there for you to lean on and direct you towards God. And that's exactly what Shaylee did throughout the entire relationship, and you've kind of known her. So Shaylee, I'm going to end it with this. When I was little and I talked about Jack being my shadow.
You being his shadow.
I used to sit there when Jack would go to school.
You got it. You got it.
And I'd cry, and I would say, Mommy, I just want my Jack. So Shaylee, I think it's safe to say, he's your Jack now.